பேஷண்டா இருந்தா இது இன்னைக்கு ரொம்ப ஓகே. இப்போ ரெக்கார்டிங் வந்துருச்சு. ஓகே. சரியா, அப்போ ஹொரைசன் லைன் வந்து ஐ லெவல் லைன் வந்து we do it here. Eye level line is here. Okay, and we'll keep our vanishing point here. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to split this into 20 centimeters is 10 feet. I'm going to draw a line here. Hope you're able to see clearly. Okay, so how wide should the kitchen be? Oh, no, that's too much. That is too much. Okay, we'll keep it at 5. ரொம்ப சிறுசாயிருமாயா 10 will be left higher, or we will keep it as inches. 2.5 inches, 5 inches. Okay, 5 inches is 2 feet. Okay, that is a foot. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Hope you understand what I'm talking about. Yeah? Is there anybody who doesn't understand what I'm doing?
சார் நீங்க எப்படி இப்ப மெஷர்மென்ட் ஃபீட்டுக்கு கன்வர்ட் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கீங்க?
10 feet. So we planned to have 10 feet as the ceiling.
Okay, sir.
Right?
10 feet. Okay.
10 feet as the ceiling. So half an inch is a foot.
Okay.
The scale is half an inch is a foot. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Now, somebody quickly plan how wide should the kitchen be? Width of the kitchen. I'm marking
10 by 10 வச்சுக்கலாமா சார்? 10 by 10. 10 by 10.
10 by 10 is almost a bedroom for us. Can you imagine? 10 by 10. It will be a huge kitchen. Did you hear about the Pattimandram Raja discussion?
No, sir.
See, Pattimandram...
8க்கு 10 வச்சிருக்கீங்களா சார் இப்போ?
இல்ல, நான் 10 height, I have kept height as 10. Okay?
Okay.
Now I haven't yet marked the width of it.
Okay.
We'll keep it as 8 feet by 10 feet.
Okay, sir.
Shall we? 8 feet. If you can look at your 8 feet by 8 feet is my kitchen, I think. I think my kitchen is 8 feet by 8 feet. Okay, so we'll keep it as 8 feet by 10 feet. So now 4 feet this side, 4 feet this side. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we will always have ergonomics in mind. Okay.
Sir, இந்த feet வந்து half inch னு சொன்னீங்கல, 1 feet half inch. அது இது வந்து drawing கான measurement இது?
Scale
drawing
measurement.
கான scale.
Yeah, scale measurement. We do a drawing so that whatever we are doing can be understood as a scale.
Okay. இல்ல ஜெனரலா 1 feet னு போட்டா 12 inches னு வருது, அதனால கேட்டேன் சார்.
We won't go into inches. We won't go into inches. Inches will be very difficult. So we will just divide the unit into half.
As a 1 feet. We are considering half as a
half
1 feet.
inch. Half inch is equal
Understood.
to, yeah, half
1 feet.
inch is equal to 1 foot. Okay? Just a second. Let me just see. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is nearly a foot and a half. 5, 7.5, 8 feet. Yeah, 8 feet by 8 feet is my kitchen, which is a moderate kitchen. It's not a small kitchen. It's not a big kitchen. Okay. So now I am drawing that wall. I am drawing that wall. So what we are having when we have a cube, a room is a cube, right? A room is a cube. So when we have a cube, we have 6 sides. Okay? The side that is facing us, or the main side as we say, is a facade. Okay? Or we call it the front elevation. That's the front of the room or front of the house or front of whatever structure we are talking about. That is the front elevation. Okay? So naturally the opposite, there are 6 sides to it, right? 1, opposite is 2. What would we call that? This is front elevation, that is back elevation. Isn't it? That is back elevation. Now this is our vanishing point, okay? That is our vanishing point. So what do? We extend the room, okay? We extend the room like that. The room is extended. Yeah? So, now this is 8 feet. We can sort of, not precisely, but sort of make a grid. We don't have, I'm not going to make a grid, but you can imagine a grid here. Now we have the measurements. How high is a kitchen counter? Somebody in the house, can you quickly go and measure? So,
1 by
if
6
you,
was this, sir? 1 by
3
4
feet. 3 feet.
yeah, it'll be 3 feet. A minimum of 3 feet. See, a dining table would be 2.5 feet. Okay, a dining table will be 2.5 feet. A chair height seat height is 1.5 foot. Right? Shall we write these things somewhere? Shall we write it here? Let me take a pen, and let me take a black pen. That is my black pen. My pen is missing. How come one by one things are missing? Okay. So that is 1 point. Okay. Okay, so what is the ceiling height? CEILING, right? Ceiling. Seriya spelling? Ira? Okay, ceiling is 10 feet. Okay,
சரிதான்லே
CEILING, ceiling.
CEILING.
CEIL. Okay, ceiling. Ceiling is 10 feet. Chair seat. Chair seat is how many? Chair seat is how much, anybody? Okay,
10.
let me just say. One, tell me.
10 feet.
Chair seat. Ceiling height is 10 feet. I have written that. Chair seat
Saying
is
2 feet. 2 feet.
18 inches, a foot and a half. I'll tell you why. Okay, 18 inches. I'll tell you why. Generally, a human height, a man, woman, not a child, man, woman. Generally, for standardization purpose, a human height is considered to be 6 feet optimum. 6 feet. Okay. So, generally a body is divided into, generally, 8 parts, 7.5 to 8 parts. And each part is a head. Head. So, 8 head body, as we say. Okay. So, 4 heads from the top or 4 heads from the bottom come up to the pelvic bone, as we say, pelvic bone or the hip bone, from the ground, foot, to the knee, and from the knee to the thigh. The thigh comes and joins the pelvic bone halfway through. So, what feet would that be? 3 feet. Right? That would be 3 feet. Quarter is the knee. So that would be 18 inches, a foot and a half. So when we sit, our leg bends at the knee when we sit on the chair. So the foot, feet are on ground, and our knee is at the seat level, which is comfortable for us. The thigh is supported, body and the thigh is supported. If the seat is any higher, our leg will be dangling. That which won't be comfortable. If it is 15 inches or so, 3 inches will be up. So we'll be sitting like that, which won't be comfortable. So this we call as ergonomics. Okay? Let me write it here. Ergonomics is a science of designing according to human body's comfort. Not mental, physical. According to human body's comfort. Okay. So, we sit and we bring our hand here. Okay? It doesn't come up to the head, it's slightly low. So 2.5 feet is a comfortable height for a dining table. So chair seat. Two and a half feet. When we are writing feet, we don't write 2.5. Only in decimals we write, only meters we write 2.5. Okay, so that's understood. So a kitchen counter would be 3 feet because when we are standing, okay, our elbow comes up to our waist. Hip is down below where the pelvic bone is widest. Okay? Waist is where the rib cage ends. Okay? Only the vertebral column is there. Otherwise, there is the internal organs, muscles, fat, of course, a little bit, and skin. Okay? The body there is supported by the lone backbone. Muscles are also there, but muscles can flex. Like it depends upon the strength of the muscle. Okay. So the elbow comes to check. If you're standing and drop your hand, your elbow comes up to the waist. So when you're working, your hands can come slightly above the waist, can come above the elbow to comfortably lift and move. So 3 feet would be the kitchen counter. Okay? Is this understood? This is understood. Okay, so if nobody is answering, I'll say that it's. So this is a foot. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Of course, like I have to measure and do that, but since we don't have the time, I'll just go ahead and do it. Okay, we come up to that. We'll just draw the kitchen counter first. Okay. Now, it's 3 feet here, obviously, because that's 3 feet. How do we measure 3 feet here? You know what we do? We connect this to the vanishing. It's cutting here, right? That's 3 feet. We connect that to the vanishing and draw a line on the wall. This is our wall. Okay? We draw a line on the wall. That will be 3 feet wherever you take it. That would be 3 feet. Now we have a question. How deep should the kitchen counter be? எவ்வளவு இருக்கு 2 feet abla? Kitchen counter 2 feet இருக்கா 1.5 Okay. So 1.5 would be a hotel, like where you stand and eat. Some hotels, fast food hotels or near big government offices. Nowadays things are changing, but government offices it's the same. So the people will just come, quickly take the food from the thing and then stand in one corner and eat. So that would still be 3 feet. Okay? The counter will be 3 feet or slightly above, but 3 feet will be there. Okay? 3 feet, and that will be 1.5. Now we want it to be 2. That is 2, right? 1, 2. When nobody is saying no, I think you all accept. Or should I say something like that? If Shanmuga Priya is not objecting, then everybody is accepting. Yeah? Should I take it like that? Yes, Shanmuga Priya? Okay, so that would be the counter width. Okay, is that understood? Am I making it clear? You get it? Okay, I think it is understood. Okay, so from the vanishing point, if I'm going to take a line here, if I'm going to take a line here, that would be the counter. The counter would be on all three sides, not generally. Huh? So now if we want to say how many feet it is. Okay. This is 8 feet. So 1, we'll take equal. Slowly it will become bigger. The next will be slightly bigger. Next will be even bigger. So the next will be even bigger. Even bigger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I think we don't have enough space for everything. Okay, so let's just the proportion won't be good. Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 feet we have come to. Okay, so our kitchen is just 3 feet by 7 feet. 8 feet by 7 feet. Can't help. Our kitchen ends here. Unfortunate, but can't help. I should have made it go slightly higher, but okay. Okay, so that's what we get. Now the counter. Now actually what we can do is let's take the counter right out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so if we go here, 7, 8, 9, 10. Sarvanaire. If there is anybody who is not able to understand what I'm talking about, please stop me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay? The counter ends there. Isn't it? 10 feet. Is there anybody who doesn't understand what I'm doing? Please, you can stop me anytime. I am willing to go through this all over.
Sir, 7, 8, 9, yes, sir, அங்க மார்க் பண்ணோம்.
இங்க இடம் இல்லையே எனக்கு. இங்க பேப்பர் முடிஞ்சிருச்சு. ஆமா, நான்
இடம் இருந்துச்சு அப்படின்னா நம்ம அத ஸ்ட்ரைட்டா தான் பண்ணிருக்கோம்.
ஆமா, ஆக்சுவலா நான் என்ன செஞ்சிருந்திருக்கணும்னா, ஆனா அது செஞ்சா ரொம்ப அசிங்கமா தெரியும் அது பாக்குறதுக்கு. நான் இங்க கொண்டு போயிருந்தேன்னா This would have come up. This would have come here. So now actually what is happening is, if we take it like this, okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, அதை கொஞ்சம் மெஷர்மெண்ட் சரியா வரல, இருங்க நான் பார்க்குறேன். ஓகே, இப்போ அதாவது
சார் அப்ப நம்ம சைஸ் வந்து இன்னும் சின்னது பண்ணிருக்கலாம்ல சார். இப்போ நம்மளோட ஒரிஜினல் கிச்சன் வந்து 8 to 10 feet இருக்குங்கிறதுனால அதே மாதிரி தான் டிரா பண்ணணும்ன்றது ஒன்றும் நெசசரி இருக்கா சார்?
நெசசரி இல்ல. ஆனா அது வந்து எர்கோனாமிக்கலி சரியா இருக்கு. எர்கோனாமிக்கல், அதுதான் எர்கோனாமிக்கல் தான் நம்ம எப்பயுமே பேசிக்கிட்டே இருப்போம். என்னென்ன எர்கோனாமிக்கல்னு என்னத்தை மீன் பண்றோம்னா, பிசிக்கலி இட் ஒர்க்ஸ். Physically it works. So when we are going to be standing, see, this is 3 feet. This is 3 feet. The counter is here. Now, let me just draw this and then I'll explain it. இப்ப 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No confusion now?
Sir, why are you taking it as randomly, sir? You are not measuring the top.
Why I am not measuring the top? Was that Shanmugapriya?
Yes, sir.
Shanmugapriya, I took this distance and I kept it here. Okay, so okay. One foot. Okay. Then what I do is, when it starts coming towards us, it's slowly becoming bigger. It will look bigger, right? Objects are the same size seem to become bigger as they come near us, right?
Okay.
Right? So they are coming near.
Approximately.
No, there is a measurement. We did that, didn't we? When we did the pillar, we did that. We measured the center, we did that. We measured the center, we did that.
இந்த செகண்ட் இது வந்து நீங்க வரைஞ்சது வந்து அப்ராக்ஸிமேட்டா தான சார் வரைஞ்சீங்க?
இதாமா? இதையா?
இல்ல இந்த இப்ப போல் காமிச்சீங்கல்ல, போல் இப்ப
second is approximate, not exactly approximate, if this is 25 feet we said, right? Generally the distance between a lamppost, one lamppost and another lamppost would be 30 feet to 40 feet. Okay, but there are certain areas where the lamps are very low powered. The lamppost will be very close, inside a garden, inside a house. So if you are going to drop that down, the distance will reduce. So this is about 15 feet. If it drops, now this is say 12 feet. Okay, that's 12 feet. If you drop it down, it's 12. But because it is in perspective, 15 feet will look like 12 feet.
Okay.
Do I make myself? So that is not absolutely random. That is not absolutely random. It is presumed. What happened? Why did my notebook become so? Okay, I took them. Okay, so that is calculated. We presume. We assume. See, presume is we know we have done this before, so this will be right. Not exactly measured, scientifically, instrumentally measured, but from knowledge, from experience, we know, okay, that will be about 15 feet. We want every lamp post to be 15 feet distance. So this looks all right. What measurement did I take? This will generally be 10 to 15 feet. That's how the strength is the arch size. It will be a semicircle. You know, it goes 90 degrees up. Where it starts curving, it will be a semicircle. Do we get the point?
Okay, sir.
Okay, so that's how we plan. That's exactly how we are planned. See, there's a thing called approximation, and there is another thing called educated guess. There is a difference between approximation and educated guess. What we have done here is educated guess. Okay? Seriama, Sharma Priya, you don't believe what I say. Huh? Yeah. Okay, so we kept it at 2 feet, right? We kept this at, yes, ma, yes, sir.
Sir, this one, how much you made it? The second one.
Which one, ma?
This
This side.
Yes, sir.
This side is same 10 feet. No, see, I took it like that.
10 feet, okay.
10 feet.
This one
You
also.
know, yeah, meaning sorry, not 10 feet. This one is 2 feet. Exactly the same.
Yeah, okay.
2 feet width, 3 feet height.
2 feet height. Okay.
Because, see, that is 3 feet, right? 1, 2, 3. That is 3 feet. So if I draw a parallel line, that will be 3 feet from the ground.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes, sir.
3 feet from the ground. I draw a line from there. This line is 3 feet.
Okay.
Understood? Okay.
Yes.
So now I draw a straight line. How do I draw that? This is 2 feet, right?
2 feet.
2 feet. I keep 1, 2. I keep my pencil here at 2 feet. I am marking here also 1, 2 feet. I keep it there. Okay. I keep it there and I mark it and I draw a line. So this is 2 feet.
This is okay.
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 So this is 2 feet. So this is 2 feet.
Okay.
Sorry, this is 3 feet. This is 3 feet. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Okay.
This is 2 feet. That is 2 feet. This is also 2 feet. So I take the same measurement, 3 feet height. I've drawn that line. 2 feet width. I've drawn that line. From there I extend. This thickness is approximate.
Hmm.
Okay. Shanmugh Priya, very, very happy about that. Approximate.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. So now I'm drawing a parallel line here to this. Okay. Keeping it at 2 feet. Right. That is 2 feet. I draw a line from here to here. I draw a line which is only this thick, okay? That thick. From here to here. And my counter is complete. Shall we have a window here? Windows will generally be 2.5 feet from ground level in main rooms. In main rooms. Bedrooms, it can be higher or it can be 2.5 feet. Okay? A bed will be, a cot will be 18 inches. Okay? Will be 18 inches. The mattress can be 2 inches, 2.5 inches, or it can be 9 inches too. But if it is going to be, you plan a 9 inches, now spraying, this, that, every 9 inches mattress, means your cot has to be smaller. The maximum height of a bed, including the mattress, cot and the mattress, maximum height would be 20 to 22 inches. Why 22 inches? Actually, your waist or your hip would come to approximately 36 inches. It can be from say 30 inches to 36 inches. Yeah, 5 feet to 6 feet. Huh? Height, 30 inches. So if your bed is 22, it's easy for you to sit. But the mattress is soft, so when you sit, you'll go in. Okay. Still, how much will you go in? You won't go in 4 inches. Even if you go 4 inches, 18 inches is there. You can very easily come down and keep your foot down and get up. If your if your bed, including the mattress, is say 15 inches, very low, when you have to get up, your leg will be like this. You know, your leg will be like that. So getting up is going to be very difficult. Do I make myself clear? Do you understand what I'm talking about? Yeah? Okay. Is there anybody here who doesn't understand what I'm talking about? Please you can ask me. I'm willing to explain what I'm talking about. ஐயர் கிளியரா இருக்காயா? ஐயர் இருக்காரா என்னன்னு தெரியலையே. ஐயர் சார் is still there?
இல்ல சார், அவர் எப்போ போயிட்டாரு சார்?
Okay. I think his students have come. Okay, I'm taking that 8 feet, 7 feet line, huh? Because that's disturbing. We have come to 10 feet, huh? Here. They came to 8 feet by, okay, the 8 feet can even stop there, huh? But we want to keep it like this, okay. Okay, now I need your input. We'll have a window, okay, a foot above this, okay, so that there will be breeze, but there won't be direct heavy wind onto the stove. We'll keep the window at 3 feet, 1.5 this side, 1.5 this side. Okay, how high should the window be? We leave. The window is generally 4 feet, 2.5 from below, okay? 2.5 from below. So it goes to 6.5 feet. When we draw the door, the height of the door, domestic door, will be 6.5 feet. Domestic door height 6.5 feet. Width can be different, generally 3 feet. Height 6.5 feet. Okay? And the window will also be the same. Meaning here, from the top, 1, 2, 3, it'll 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6.5, it will stop. Okay? Why? See, when we are building, what we do is, just a second, let me draw this perfectly. And then we'll go on to talking about that. யாரு பிள்ளைங்க கொண்டாந்து பைக் நிறுத்துறது? கேட்ட உடனே he left. Okay. Now when we draw a circle, we draw a square and then draw a circle, right? So this much here, this much here, and we draw a circle. That is the hole for the exhaust fan. Okay, that's going to be the window. When we build, we start with the foundation, right? We dig in piles, pillars, etc., etc., etc. The ground level is set up. We plan it in such a way that the floor is filled with like sand, stones, bricks, all the waste, and pressurized so that it becomes compacted. And we plan it in such a way that if it is going to be, say, a foot and a half, so much, and then some cementing has to be done, and then the tiles have to be done. From the tiles up, 10 feet would be the ceiling, 2.5 feet would be the window beginning from the ground, window ends from the ground 6.5 feet, above that 3.5 feet would be there. Okay? I kept it at 3 feet, 3.5 feet. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 2.5 feet by 3 feet. Okay. As we are building the wall has to be 90 degrees. Okay, so we use a thing called plumb line. Please note it down, plumb line. We use a thing called plumb line to see if the wall is 90 degrees to the ground. And at the bottom, there is the foundation. There is a concrete lintel out there. We call it a lintel. Okay? And at 6.5 feet, we stop building the wall and make a wooden box throughout the wall, throughout the house, inner walls, outer walls, everything. We make a box for concrete. Okay, then we put the iron rods inside, and what we do? We pour cement and we create a concrete, one piece concrete throughout at 6.5 feet. So the walls are intact. Above that, we build 3.5 feet and then again do the centering. We call it the centering concrete. Clear? Any objections? Any architects this year? Are there any architects? No, no architects here. Okay. Now, things are fine. Okay. So, 1.5 feet is what we need for the overhead shelving. Isn't it? Where shall we have the stove? You want the stove to be here, or here, or here? Shall we keep the sink here, wash basin? Nobody's helping me? Yeah? Okay. Now, I'm going to have a shelving below. What happens here? Okay. Why is it going like that? It should not go like that. Both, okay. This is slightly off. Where did I go wrong? Okay, this line went wrong. This line went wrong, okay. Do you understand what I have done? So that's going to be a shelf. We'll keep the wash basin here. It'll automatically be drawn from there. Okay. And we draw it here. That's the wash basin. Okay. And there'll be a skirting here. There'll be a skirting here. And that will be the door handle. Okay. And now approximately I'm taking, incidentally it's coming there, that's all. Huh? And even this will have to be taken like that. All the handles will be in the same line, right? Naturally. So that too will have to be taken like that. And another set of doors coming here. Okay. It can be repeated here. I'm not repeating it there because time saving. Should we have the stove here? No, slightly away from the water, isn't it? Water shouldn't splash into boiling oil, right? So we'll keep it slightly away. We can have the stove here. We want the stove to be flush on the counter. And we won't keep a grill or anything there. We'll just have a small sill out here. Okay, if we have a small sill out here, the advantage would be we can have some plants out here, like that we can draw one or whatever. Okay, and then we can have the glass can be out there. Outer, okay. Okay, so that would be the fan. That would be the exhaust fan. We can have a double line out there. And the shelf above head, okay, above head would be, say, a foot 15 inches deep. This is 2 feet deep, 24 inches deep counter. This would be 15 inches deep. That is 2 feet. That is 1.5. That would be 1.25. What should be the space in between? Almost the window height. Okay, so 6.5 feet we'll keep. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6.5 is that. But we kept it slightly higher. Why did we keep it higher? We'll just bring it down. Okay, huh? We can have a big window. We can have a full window if we want, much longer. But too airy would be difficult, right? There shouldn't be too much wind. So the window setup will completely change. Window setup will completely change, and the plants will also be different. And now when we ink it, we can do it. So where shall we keep? Shall we keep the stove here? Okay, so let me just draw it rough. We'll need some space to keep our vessels. I too work in the kitchen, so I know what we need in the kitchen. Stove right in the center would be a good idea. Okay, stove right in the center here would be a good idea. And the stove would come up to say do we Shanmugapriya is aching to ask. Yes, Shanmugapriya, are we doing this approximately? Yes, Shanmugapriya, I want to ask that. No?
No, sir.
Shan, why? You can, you should. Okay, from the center, I'm drawing one more line. And we have 3 stove. Yeah, we have 3. We'll have 3, right?
Yes, we have to draw it in A4 size in bond
A4.
paper.
No, this we'll do on this will do on our regular
Notebook
A,
we can draw.
A4, yeah, A4.
A4 notebook.
Yeah.
Okay. So the mango is first one and this is the second one.
Color wheel?
Sir?
Color wheel.
Color wheel நான் bond paper தான் சார் இப்போதைக்கு வரைஞ்சிருக்கேன். அது நோட்புக்ல வரைஞ்சு
notebookல வரைஞ்சிக்கிறது better because the color wheel is not just a lesson. Color wheel is a permanent.
சார் அது மட்டும் எப்பயாவது நீங்க நடத்தும் போது சொல்லுங்க சார். அந்த நோட்புக் பாண்ட் பேப்பர் மட்டும் சொல்லுங்க சார் கொஞ்சம்.
ஓகே ஓகே.
ஜியோமெட்ரிக்கல்ஸ் வரைஞ்சோல சார், அதுவும் A4ல தான் சொன்னீங்க.
எதுமா ஜியோமெட்ரிக்கல்ஸ்?
1 பாயிண்ட் பெர்ஸ்பெக்டிவ் இப்போ ஜியோமெட்ரிக்கல் ஷேப்ஸ் வரைஞ்சோல சார்.
ஆமாமா.
அதுவும் A4 தான் சொன்னீங்க. தென் இப்போ 1 பாயிண்ட் பெர்ஸ்பெக்டிவ் அப்ளிகேஷன் சொல்லிட்டு இன்னொன்னு சொன்னீங்களே சார், அந்த நம்ம பிரிட்ஜ் டிரா
வரைஞ்சோம். அதுவும் அது A4. அது A4ல வரைவோம்.
A3ல வந்து அந்த டேபிள் வரைஞ்சது A3 சொல்லிருக்கீங்க.
ஆமா.
சோ இப்போ இதுவும் A4லயா?
இது A4ல, இது A3ல வரைஞ்சா நல்லா இருக்கும். Like depends, like A3 A4, the difference between A3 and A4 is A3 will be a bigger artwork. When we are doing lots of details, a bigger artwork is always better, இல்லையா?
இல்ல சார், ஆக்சுவலி நீங்க அன்னைக்கு ஒரு நாள் சொன்னீங்கல்ல சார், A4ல வந்து என்னெல்லாம் நீங்க கிளாஸ்ல ட்ரை பண்றீங்களோ அது எல்லாமே டிரா பண்ணிக்கோங்க. அது வைவா சப்மிஷன் அப்போ உங்களுக்கு கிளாஸ்ல இவ்ளோ லேர்ன் பண்ணிருக்கோங்கிறது ஒரு ஹெல்ப்ஃபுல்லா இருக்கும்.
ஆமா.
அதுக்கப்புறம் மேங்கோக்கு அப்புறம் கலர் மிக்சிங்ல ட்ரை பண்ண எல்லாமே A4ல தான் சார் டிரா பண்ணிருக்கேன். பட் கலர் டிரா பண்ணல. பட் இப்போ 1 பாயிண்ட் பெர்ஸ்பெக்டிவ்ல டிரா பண்றதும் நான் வந்து A4ல தான், ஐ மீன் ஸ்கெட்ச் புக் A4 ஸ்கெட்ச் புக்ல தான் டிரா பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கேன்.
Okay, fine.
Okay, sir.
Ipa, see, A4 and A3, as far as A4 and A3 is concerned, when we want to do a detailed work, like a lot of work to be done, then we want A3. So that we'll have more space to draw. If this one in A4, I have done this on A4, I've asked my students to do it on A4. Now I'm just talking and working. Please notice that I'm trying to draw the chimney. Okay. What is happening? Why is it Teda? Why is this off? This is not off. This is off. This fellow is off. Okay, this one is off. Okay. I've done this on A4 at certain times. இங்க வச்சிடலாமா சிம்னி? என்ன ஹைட்ல வருது? 1 2 3 4 5.
5 feet.
5 feetல the chimney starts. அப்படி வச்சுக்கிறோமா இல்ல
above the stove
கொஞ்சம்
2 feet இருக்கும் சார்.
ஆ
above the stove 2 feet இருக்கும் சார்.
above the stove 2 feet அம்மா. So okay 1 2 feet. நான் என்ன பார்க்கறேன்னா கொஞ்சம் டிராயிங்க்கு அழகுக்காக பார்க்கறேன். Shall I take it to 3 feet?
ஓகே சார், நம்ம இஷ்டம் தான் சார். ஆக்சுவலி நம்ம இஷ்டம் தான் சார் chimney.
என்னன்னா because then we can show the bottom of the slightly, not much, but slightly we can show the bottom of the chimney. இல்ல it's what we plan, very true, but it has to make sense இல்லையா? அதாவது லாஜிக் இடிச்சிடக்கூடாது. இன்னும் மேல போனா இன்னும் பிரமாதமா தான் இருக்கும். பட் the only problem will be the logic will be completely off. இப்போ என்னன்னா this will be the visible part of the chimney. அங்க அடியில அப்படி வந்துருது. then we can go up. இங்க வந்து we can go up. அங்க இருந்து we connect. அதே பாக்ஸ் தான் the box that we did. I completely forget that I have to talk in English. Okay. If I do it too much, if I do the Tamil talking too much, please stop me. Those who are not able to understand, you can always stop me. I won't be agitated because it's all up to you. This is being done for you. Okay, so you can always stop me. Okay. சரியா? இப்போ வந்து என்னன்னா this goes above eye level, so it won't be seen. Where are you? Okay. And this should almost be parallel, but generally it won't be parallel. That should almost be parallel. Okay, we'll just do it parallel. It doesn't look good. If it's not parallel, it doesn't look good. சரியா? Okay, now it's fine. Where is my eraser? Okay. Now we can say, we can't have a counter there, no? வேணாம். Okay, so let this
right to the top loft கேட்டனே சார். loft ஒன்னு டிரா பண்ணிட்டாங்க சார். இது
எதுமா
உங்களோட ரைட் ஹேண்ட் சைடு கவுண்டர்ல மேல வந்து ஒரு லெஃப்ட் மாதிரி ஒன்னு.
ஆமா, அந்த வரைச்சிடுவோம். we are doing it. We are doing it. Okay, so that would be 15 inches. அதுக்காக தான் இந்த கோடு போட்டேன் நான். Loft, instead of a loft, what I thought was we'll draw a shelving. சரியா? ரொம்ப ஹைட்டுக்கு போயிடுச்சு. அப்போ ஷெல்விங்னா this is 6.5 feet now. We'll keep the top at 6.5 feet. Okay, so 1 2 3 4 5 We'll start it at 5 feet. The bottom is at 5 feet. Is it too low? Okay, let me tell you this. I'm asking you so that you will also participate. Like I have a system, I can simply be going on that. But I want you to participate. That's the reason why I'm asking you. Okay. இல்லையோ ரொம்ப லோவாக வருதுல்ல?
சார் லோவா வந்தாலும் பிரச்சனை இல்ல சார்.
கவுண்டர்ல இருந்தே ஷெல்ஃப் ஸ்டார்ட் ஆகும் சார்.
லோவா இருந்தா பிரச்சனை இல்ல சார்.
லோவா இருந்தா பிரச்சனை இல்லம்மா.
கவுண்டர்ல இருந்தே கூட ஷெல்ஃப் ஸ்டார்ட் ஆகும் சார்.
கவுண்டர்ல இருந்து சில இடங்கள in some places, in some corners we can have it from the counter. But not all places, இல்லையா?
சார் கவுண்டர் நியர்பைல இருக்க ஷெல்ஃப் மோஸ்ட்லி வந்து கவுண்டர்ல இருந்தே தான் சார் ஸ்டார்ட் ஆகும். கவுண்டர் விட்டு அபவ்ல இருக்காது சார் ஷெல்ஃப்.
என் வீட்டுல கவுண்டர்ல இருந்து ஷெல்ஃபே கிடையாது.
ஓகே. இல்ல சார் ஆக்சுவலி வால்ல ஃபிக்ஸ் பண்ற நார்மலா ஐ மீன் கான்கிரீட்ல பண்ற ஷெல்ஃப் எல்லாமே கவுண்டர்ல இருந்து ஸ்டார்ட் ஆகும். நமக்கு பண்ற உடன் ஒர்க் எல்லாமே கவுண்டர்ல இருந்து அபவ்ல இருக்கும்.
இது எங்க வருது?
சரி எங்க வீட்ல ரெண்டுமே இருக்கு சார். கவுண்டர்ல இருந்து இருக்கு, வால் அபவ்லயும் இருக்கு சார். அதனால தான் சொன்னேன்.
ஓ ஓகே ஓகே. 2 feet, 1.5, 1.25. Depends upon the size of the kitchen. Yeah. If the kitchen is big enough, if the kitchen is very big, then we can have shelving which comes out. Or does it look very crowded? எனக்கு அதுதான் fear. But now, okay, see, from here, we'll divide this into half, and then we'll divide this into quarter. Okay, almost சரியா இருக்குன்னு வச்சுக்கிறோமே. So this is coming almost on eye level, 5 feet வச்சுக்கிறோம். Almost on eye level. So there is one handle here, there is one handle here, there is one handle here, there is one handle here. The shelf ends there. சரியா? இப்ப இங்க வந்து வேலாவா? நான் இதெல்லாம் வந்து I'm going to do it freehand. தெரியுதா? இது வந்து பிளேட்ஸ் வைக்கிறதுக்காக. வாஷ் பண்ணிட்டு இந்த ரேக் வைக்கிறதுக்காக. we'll have vessels here. We can have the vessels here too. We can have a drawer here. We can have drawers here. We can have drawers here, and we can have shelving here. Inge will leave this area இங்க வந்து we can have something like open shelving மாதிரி வைக்கலாம் இல்லையா? something there. இங்க வந்து நம்ம இந்த இடத்துல ஒரு மைக்ரோவேவ் வைக்கலாம். எல்லாமே கியூப்ஸ் தானே. ஸோ வி டோன்ட் ஹாவ் டு சார்ட் ஆஃப் மைக்ரோவேவ் எப்படி வரைகிறது, வி டோன்ட் ஹாவ் டு ஆஸ்க் இல்லையா? வி நோ ஓகே மைக்ரோவேவ் இப்படி வச்சிருக்கோம். அந்த இடத்துல கீழே வந்து ஒரு இது இருக்கு. இந்த இடத்துல சுவிட்சஸ் இருக்கு. இங்க வந்து வென்டிலேஷனுக்கு இருக்கு. இந்த இடத்துல வந்து ஓப்பனிங் இருக்கு. மைக்ரோவேவ் வந்துருச்சா? என்ன செய்யலாம்? இந்த இடத்துல வந்து ஒரு சுவிட்ச் போர்டு ஒன்று வச்சிடலாம். எல்லாமே வேனிஷிங்க்கு போய் ஆகணும். ஆல் verticals will be 90 degrees. All verticals will be 90 degrees. சரியா?
What you measured is something 1/4 you was telling.
இதுமா இங்க 1.25. This is 2 feet, right?
Okay.
So this should not be 2 feet, Leah.
Okay.
This will be 2 feet. It will come right above. That will be 2 feet, but this won't be 2 feet.
So this is from okay.
சரியா? இப்போ வந்து if we are going to be exact, then we can do this too. You know what I'm doing, right? அந்த எக்ஸாஸ்ட், இதுக்கு எக்ஸாஸ்டுக்கு ஒரு இது போட்டுருவோம் இல்லையா? இந்த மெட்டல் எக்ஸாஸ்ட் அதை போகுது. This could be inside the house, that would be outside the house, right? சரியா? Now what do we need? We need a mixie, right? What mixie are we going to do? Sumit or something else? Maharaja. Okay, somebody abroad is going to give some other name, I know. யார் abroad people யார் இருக்கா? The motor has to be sort of heavy, so the motor will be like that. This is our usual thing, okay? What we get here.
எல்லா இடத்துலயும் ஒண்ணுதான் சார்.
இல்லம்மா அங்க
சரிங்க கத்தார்ல எல்லாமே சேம் தான் சார். சேம் ஜாஸ்தி.
கத்தார்ல அங்க யூஎஸ்ல டாக்டர் வீட்டுக்கு போனப்ப நான் கொஞ்சம் டிஃப்ரெண்டா, அதாவது for dough they had a separate machine.
Okay.
For batter they had a different machine. For dough கோதுமை மாவு நம்ம wheat ஆட்டா they had that they had a different machine. For and for juices they had a small tiny say 1 liter glass. 1 liter glass sort of a thing. Okay, so it depends, like what. சரியா? இப்போ வந்து from there I've gone to approximation, right? From there I've gone to approximation. What else do we need in a kitchen? A stove, a blender, a microwave, a chimney, shelving, maybe.
There is no for fridge, sir. Fridge and grinder.
The fridge can come here. Let's get the fridge here then. Fridge on it's a small fridge is enough. No, the house fridge is different from the kitchen fridge. What do you say? இல்லையா ரெண்டு ஒன்று தானா?
ரெண்டு ஒண்ணுதான் சார்.
ரெண்டு ஒன்று தான். இப்போ என் வீட்டில் பெங்களூரில் வந்து கிச்சனில் ஃப்ரிட்ஜே கிடையாது. ஃப்ரிட்ஜ் வந்து டைனிங் ஏரியா, ஹால் டைனிங். ஹால் அண்ட் டைனிங்கும் வந்து ஒன்றா இருக்குல்ல நமக்கு.
சார் டிபெண்ட்ஸ் அப்பான் தி ஸ்பேஸ்ல சார்.
ஆமாம், டிபெண்டிங் அப்பான் த ஸ்பேஸ். பட் ஆனால் ஹாலும் ஃப்ரிட்ஜும் வந்து ஹாலும் டைனிங்கும் ஒன்றா இருந்துச்சுன்னா அங்கே தான் ஃப்ரிட்ஜ் வந்துடுது ஜென்ரல். ஏன்னா அவ்வளோதான் ஸ்பேஸ் இருக்கு. சரி, அப்போ நான் வந்து இங்கே ஃப்ரிட்ஜை கொண்டு வந்துடுறேன். ஸ்டவ்வுக்கு பக்கத்தில் ஃப்ரிட்ஜை கொண்டு வந்துடுறேன். ஆக்சுவலாக இப்படிலாம் ஹேண்டில் இல்லை. இப்போ ஃப்ரிட்ஜுக்கு ஹேண்டிலே வேற மாதிரி போயிடுச்சு. சரி, அதான் ஃப்ரிட்ஜு. ஓகே, இப்படி கொண்டு வந்துருவாங்க. வேற என்னம்மா வேணும்? இதை திறந்து எடுத்துக்கலாம். சரியா? If we need, we can have one more shelving system here. இல்லையா, அந்த இடத்துல ஒரு ஷெல்விங் சிஸ்டம் ஒன்று கொண்டு வரலாம். இஃப் வி வாண்ட். அடுப்புக்கு மேலே கரெக்டாக இல்லாமல் கொஞ்சம் தள்ளி. மசாலா திங்ஸ் எல்லாம் வச்சுக்கிற மாதிரி. பாட்டில்ஸ் எல்லாம் இருக்குங்க. Acha, anything else that we see? என்ன 1:45 ஆகுதா?
1:10 ஆயிடுச்சு சார். 1:10 ஆயிடுச்சு சார்.
1:40.
140 சார். 140.
ஆமா, 1:40. எங்கம்மா இருக்க நீ?
சார் இல்ல, நான் கத்தார்ல இருக்கேன் சார். எனக்கு இப்போ 11:10 ஆகுது.
11:10. எங்களுக்கு 1:40. சரியா? அப்ப இன்னைக்கு இதை ஸ்டாப் பண்ணிடுவோம். நெக்ஸ்ட் கிளாஸ்ல இங்க் பண்ணிக்கிறோமா? இவ்வளவு தூரத்துக்கு வந்துடுறீங்களா எல்லாரும்?
ஓகே சார். அது வரேன்.
ஆனா இதுல எதுவும் டவுட்ஸ் எதுவும் இருக்கா?
இல்ல சார்.
இல்ல, சண்முக பிரியாக்கு நிறைய கேள்விகள் இருக்கு. ஆனா
நான் மட்டும் தான் கேக்குறேனானே, நான் தப்பா ஏதாவது கேக்குறேனா சார்? எனக்கு தெரியல.
இல்ல இல்லவா, இல்ல 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 இல்ல
சார். ஆக்சுவலா எனக்கு இன்னும் டவுட் இருக்குதா சார்? அது இப்ப கேட்க வேணாம்னு தான் நான் நினைக்கிறேன். ஆக்சுவலா ஆர்த்தோகனல் லைன்ஸ் பத்தி நான் படிச்சேன் சார். அத பத்தி கேட்கணும்னு நினைச்சேன். அப்புறம் கன்வர்ஜிங் லைன்ஸ், ஆர்த்தோகனல் லைன்ஸ் அத பத்தி எல்லாம் கொஞ்சம் கேட்கலாம்னு தான் நினைச்சேன் சார். அப்புறம் அது அப்புறமேட்டு நான் நெக்ஸ்ட் கிளாஸ்ல எப்படியாவது ஃப்ரீயா இருக்கும்போது அப்புறமேட்டு 5 minutes
ஆர்த்தோகனல் லைன்ஸா
இந்த பெர்ஸ்பெக்டிவ்லயே வந்துச்சு சார். சிலது வந்து நாங்க வந்து உங்களுக்கு ஃபுல்லா கேட்கும் போது அப்படியே நெட்லயும் அதை பத்தி ரிலேட்டடா கொஞ்சம் டீடைல்ஸ் படிச்சு எழுதுறதுக்கு, நோட்ஸ் எடுக்கிறதுக்காக பார்த்தேன்.
சரி, இது ஒரு விஷயம்.
5 minutes எப்படியாவது ஃப்ரீயா இருக்கும்போது
சரி கட்டாயம் அது பேசுவோம். ஒரு விஷயம் நான் வந்து இது சொல்றதுக்கு ஆசைப்படுறேன். சரியா? இப்ப வந்து நிறைய
இங்கிலீஷ் சோ எவரிவன்
ஓகே naturally see there are blogs, like you should have read from a blog about this octagonal lines. Okay, and I don't know what an octagonal line is, because a line cannot be octagonal, and let's not talk about that. We'll go into that in detail. But let me explain this. Now, when you're going to be reading
Sir, orthogonal illa sir, orthogonals, converging lines.
Orthogonal. Okay, we will come to isometric, orthogonal. We come to perspective lines. We'll come to isometric and orthogonal consecutively. We'll understand this and come to that. That is for a different purpose. And this is for a different purpose. We'll talk about that. But before that, I wanted to tell you something. When you're reading from the net, please understand this. The Wikipedia, we consider Wikipedia is something like an encyclopedia. Encyclopedia is put together by really learned people, cross-checked by even greater people, and it takes say several decades to complete. There are 26 volumes of Encyclopedia Britannica. Encyclopedia Americana, I think there are 32. I don't know if that has increased. But Wikipedia, you can also contribute, right? Now you are learning about perspective. You go there, suppose you are a contributor to Wikipedia, you can say something about this and it will be published. Published for verification. We won't read published for verification, we'll just read that and say, oh, I see. Likewise, many of the blogs are written by people who have absolutely no knowledge about what they are talking. Isn't it? There are people who are doing that. Very sad, but it is happening. Okay. So when you are reading from the net, be very careful. When I say something, I have read, done, cross-checked with professionals, senior professionals. I've cross-checked with professors, meaning people who are into teaching. And then I tell you. Okay, so when I say something, follow that, understand that, get it into your system, and then go in for other ideas. I'm not saying you should not go in for other ideas. First, understand a system. My system is not my system. My system is centuries old system. Updated. I'm very much updated. And people whom I read from, they were also updated at that particular moment. Then they updated, then updated. So understand this system, follow this system before you go into other systems. Okay? Okay, then we will do this day after tomorrow. Please come up to this. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma.